Welcome. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I am Whitney Moon, and this is my motherfucking channel. It's a general channel. It's going to be collective general messages, all right? I am a medium. So it's about the energy of people who are going to watch this, okay? Anybody could watch this. So that's why it's like take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you're new, welcome. Whew, I'm already getting hot. That's a good sign. Okay. I got the beautiful magical box of, I was going to say bullshit. Who's full of bullshit? Who knows? Oh, man. Let's see what Spirit's got to say. Oh, no. Okay. Anything else? All right, let's get the overall message up in here. Carrie, celebrate good times. Wow, that shit fucking, the shit just lit up. That would be the chat. Holy motherfucker. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Magic Box. Hey, Melissa, you know what it's called. Yeah, call it what it is. It's a magical box, okay? It's a magical fucking box. We have the Ace of Swords right out the hizza, all right? A breakthrough, epiphany, revolution, an aha moment. You're feeling innovative, clever, and inspired. Make note of your new ideas. High Priestess up in here. This is starting pretty fucking good. Wisdom. Is that right? Yep. Upside down. I thought it was upside down. Wisdom is coming in. That's what the Ace of Feathers would do. It's an epiphany, like, oh my God. This is what I was supposed to do this whole time. There's Spy. Hi, Dan. Diane. What's going on with everybody here? Hey, Sam. The fuck? Who the fuck says that? Oh, you gotta get your priorities straight, Sam Shaw. Jesus is my gardener. All right. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Sam, are you some type of psychic? Because, like, wouldn't that be an invasion of a body snatcher if you just woke up and Jesus was inside you? Like, did you hear what you said? It kind of seems like, I don't know, maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something there, Sam. Okay. What the hell is going on? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Don't be trapped by old concepts. All right, what do we got to say? Wow, everything is in reverse except for the Chariot. Like, look, you're getting away from something. Holy shit. No wonder you're celebrating. Okay, Sun on the bottom of the deck. That's like the most powerful card in the entire fucking 78 card deck, all right? So, Seven of Swords in reverse with the Six of Swords in reverse, the Hangman and the Page of Wands in reverse. Like, someone was hanging in energy where it's like they were getting stolen from, but they weren't doing anything about it. if like you're somebody is stealing from you, or you're just like, oh, whatever, it's my son, he comes and steals from me all the time. Like somebody's just coming and stealing from you all the time. And now I'm getting, this guy told me once that so he was dating some chick, and the guy moved out and he moved in, obviously trashy situation, and the guy who moved out kept coming and taking their bottles, right? So like they couldn't return, like in Calgary you have to return that shit. There's no like, there's recycling, but you take your like alcohol bottles back. You do not, I mean, a lot of people just recycle them here. Obviously, I don't know, you can take them back for money. I personally have never taken my bottles back for money. I never have enough to ever take back. Okay. But in Calgary, you can take back everything. There's like depot dispensaries, and if you take even like water bottles back and shit, you get money. I mean, again, it happens here, but in Calgary it's like people, I don't know, just do it in Alberta and they all get money. Like you take your cans back all at once, you get money, like cans, like Coke cans. Like what the fuck? It was weird. Okay. So her ex-boyfriend would like come into the yard and like take their cans and take their money. And like, it was okay. It was pesky shit. It wasn't, but like if someone's going to come in and take your, keep taking your cans or something, it's like, what else are they going to take? Right? When is it going to stop? Are they going to continue? So then somebody doesn't want to hang out in that energy anymore with this Page of Wands in reverse. Like, well, how far is it going to go? Like, I mean, if you take one thing, are you going to take from me every day? Like, is this going to be an ongoing fucking thing? So then you start spying, okay? And you start watching. Like, look, she's got like 9 heads, okay? Actually, no, that's not right. She has 7 heads, okay? So she's watching with 7 heads, trying to figure out who the fuck is spying on her, okay? Or who is stealing from her, or who is invading her body, okay? Who is taking things from her. Right? It's like sometimes you have to put your foot down and be like, okay, well, yeah, it might be small things, but then you go and tell your buddies, well, this is who I steal from. It's just like, it's gonna kind of like, I don't know if it's already become some type of like vicious cycle as it is. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's going to lead anywhere good. So then the Chariot's looking back on all of this stuff that went wrong, watching this thief all along, refusing to get out of it, refusing to say what the problem is because you want to, protect the person. You don't want to make a big deal out of something, but being stolen from is being stolen from. Like, who the fuck cares who the person is? I mean, you got to eventually stop it. Okay. So then with the Chariot, the Sun card, I shuffled all of that. I didn't take the Sun. I should have. It was sitting on the bottom of the deck. Clearly, I just got in trouble for that. Because that's the brightest sun. That's what you need. That's what somebody needs. That's the aha moment of like, I know what they're talking about. There's the 4 of Cups. You could have offered this person something. Okay, and we do sometimes get these messages where Spirit will say, like, we tried to offer them something and they didn't take it. So they're going to keep fucking coming in your yard and we can't stop them, right? Hello, Ellie. All right. Can't stop them because it's like telling this person, okay, yeah, you can't take my cans anymore. Okay, you can't come into my yard and take my cans anymore. So you say to them, okay, well, how about this? How about instead of coming and stealing them, I gather them up for you every month, you take them back, but you give me $5 for it or something like that, right? And then they're like, no, I want the whole deal. And you're like, well, you can't have the whole deal just because you fucking think you can, right? So you give them an out, right? The World card, you give them an out. So then they, it's like, that's even being nice. You didn't even have to do that. Okay. And then 10 of Swords it's like they 10 of Swords you anyways. They say, fuck you. You even give them an option to not steal from you. Who the fuck does that? Right? Like that's your better wisdom kind of coming in. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Fuck off. That's awesome. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, which means like you offered them. I mean, you could have offered them a few different things and been like, this is so confusing. Like, why do you feel like you get everything? I don't understand. Well, because I'm the one who bought everything. Why do you get to reap the benefits? Like now I had to buy this like fucking pimp generator, okay, for when the power went out for like 10 days. And now all these men, my fucking landlord, my fucking neighbor downstairs, fucking a guy that works with my sister, they're all like, I'll buy that generator. I'll buy that generator. And they're all like asking, like, they're all like saying they'll give us like $300 for it. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I could, and I took that back right now, which I could. I get $1,000 for it. Why would I resell it to you for $200? Like, do you think I'm that hard up for the money when I can just return it with the receipt and get the money back? Okay, like crazy. That's like this offer, right? Like, why, like, you might even do this person a nice favor. Like, okay, you know what? Yes, you can have my, expensive whatever. And how about this? How about I say that you can pay me in installments then? You can pay me $100 a month or $100 every couple of weeks or whatever it is that you want, and you can have it. And they're like, no, I don't want to pay for it at all. And again, you're like, well, like, what the fuck? Like, you can't just have everything that you want, right? It's kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's kind of like a little bit of a greasy situation like that, okay? 2 of Wands, okay, 3 of Wands. Now it's like, now this person won't make a decision, okay? It's like you keep giving them options, but they won't, okay? They won't say anything because you're not giving them the right option, okay? And then there's a 3 of Wands, so you just walk away. Like, okay, I'm not giving you any more options anymore. Okay, and now I watched this lady, she cuts hair at home. Okay, or she owns, no, sorry, it's not. It's in a salon. And she had this lady come in recently and ask for platinum blonde hair. And the hairdresser's like, okay, well, can't really get there today. And she's like, what are you, dumb? And the lady's like, nope, but I don't want to burn off your hair. She's like, well, this is virgin hair. Do you know what that means? And the hairdresser of 20 years is like, yep, I know what virgin hair means. She goes, well, I don't know why you're giving me an issue. And like the poor lady had all this on camera, okay, which thank God. I think it's so funny when people record their whole lives, especially in stores and stuff, because the things that people say, you're just like, wow, I thought you were joking. And then she gives this poor hairdresser such a runaround that the lady finally just takes the apron off her and says, get out. And the lady's like, what the fuck? How rude are you? And she's like, you haven't listened to a word I say. Like, who's the professional? Who's the moron? Okay, who's the one who's never done this before and who's been doing this for 20 years? Like, you tell me. You think I just don't want to do it? And that's the thing is, okay, so now it comes to like, now we're getting to like a deeper situation. You tell somebody something, okay, and they don't believe you. And even though you know your shit, okay, look at this fucking betrayal right on the bottom of the deck. You know your shit. Okay, you know what you're talking about, but this person still is going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, yeah, I went to school for it. I studied it. I've been doing it for this long. You don't think I don't know? And it's like, and I get that. Like, I mean, I like it when people have enough confidence to say, well, I've been doing this for a long time and I don't want to fuck with you. Okay. And that comes through with reading sometimes where people ask for the most ridiculous questions to be answered. And I'm like, how do you want me to answer that? Like, I can't just say a Prince Charming is coming to your life because that's what you want to hear. I've been doing this now for 13 years. I don't just run a woman down a road just so I can get money from her for a reading, right? But some people will. Some people will pull you down that road and give you everything that you want to hear. But just because they're saying what you want to hear, that might be the red flag. Right? That might be the red flag. Like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I can't stop looking at that where it's like, man, this person is like taking you over and you have to leave. You have to leave. There's a 10 of Pentacles. This could be something that you got in business with, okay? Somebody that you, I don't know, like this is usually the family business card, okay? This is like the, the light at the end of the tunnel, everything's going to shit, and then everybody comes together and builds this beautiful empire together and you all benefit from it. It's like that, okay? You have this huge empire that people can benefit from, okay? But just because you're up at the top of the mountain, it doesn't mean that you have everything to give everybody, okay? Like, I mean, I live in a pretty like shitty place, but I'm a little bit better off than most people here, so I help people. But I don't, like I'll give my neighbor like the desserts that I've had after day 3, because usually I don't eat anything after day 3. I'm like kind of one of those people. And now like I know he's so hard up that I'll give him like a piece of chocolate cake from like 5 days ago, and he thinks it's the greatest thing in the world because he has nothing. Okay. But if I only had that piece of chocolate cake to eat for the rest of the week, do you think I would go downstairs and give it to Dave? No. Okay. Just like the guys that came and helped me set the generator up. I didn't really, after spending $1,000, didn't want to go handing out $20 bills to everybody. So I gave them weed and smokes. Because what do they need? Weed and smokes. Okay. So it's like you can't help somebody more than what you have. But at the point of even desperation, I bet you there's something that you have that's more than somebody else. Because you have more than somebody else, they're kind of saying, well, I don't know. They're almost kind of saying they can take from you because maybe in real life or I almost feel like this is your karma they're taking. Possibly you have more karma built up. You also could work in your dreams. If you do work in your dreams, then you've got like credit in your dreams from like never being paid. Obviously, you don't get paid in your dreams, right? So if you're working in your dreams, then you have money in your dreams. So you've got currency, right? So you have things that people want. And that is scary to them. They want to take things from you knowing that you have things. Like that's just, I mean, we kind of have like a whole like respect thing here, and we all don't have a lot, so we don't steal from each other. Right? Some people break those rules, but they're not a part of this community. They're outsiders that come in. So now these guys are so sick of being stolen from because they don't have a lot that they all went across the street and bought $100 Ring cameras. And now this entire fucking place is ringed up with Ring cameras. Literally. Since I moved here. In the last like 2 years, this place has gone from like Raggedy Ann to like a security system place. It's kind of like really nice because it kind of makes you know that like people are just as paranoid to lose things around you as you are. So why somebody thinks that they can come into your house or your life and take something from you or offer you a lesser value than what you deserve, and you're just used to doing it because you know, it's kind of like now I'm getting, there was this episode on The Office where Andy is selling his SUV and Dwight wants to fuck him over. Okay. Somebody who works with him wants to fuck him over. And he cuts the car in half basically for price. He says he's not going to offer Andy what Andy wants as an asking price because it's not worth it. Andy listens to him, takes like $6,000 less for the car or something. And then Dwight fucking puts it in a bidding war and makes all this money off Andy. Like people do that. I mean, even people you work with, people that you know, your own family, they'll take something from you and then they go and sell it in a pawn shop, or they go and they flip it, they go and sell it. And that's like, that means the world to you, but to them, it's just a dollar bill. And they don't see that you see money the way that you do because they kind of, you know, like they're like, fuck you, you make all this money. And it's like, you know, just because people make money, it doesn't mean that they all think the same way about how they spend it. Some people are actually smart about it and work really hard for it. And they don't want to just throw it down the drain or have, you know, fucking literally bum Andy around the corner coming in and taking their shit because somebody's got more than poor little Andy. Like, fuck off. Okay. You can't play that game. Like that's just stealing. Then you're just stealing. You want to justify it. That's the thing is people want to justify doing shit to you because you look like you're in a better position. Okay, they can justify it all they want. They don't got to justify it to you. They got to justify it to other things. Okay, they got to justify it to bigger people. Take your karma and you're in a whole nother ball game now, bitch. Okay. Fucking people are crazy. 5 of Pentacles. I really feel like this is where they want you. And because you're not there, you're not in the shelter, you're not in the blistering cold, you're not outside, it pisses them off. So they try to take things in your life so then you end up here. Tisk, 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 tisk. And like, I mean, I guess I understand. People are really used to people being lazy and not really caring, you know, because they think, oh, you go to work every day. Why would you care if I stole this? It only costs $100. You can go get another one. And it's like, some people don't play that shit. Yeah, it costs them $100. Yeah, it costs them $100. They ain't just going to go and replace it because you think that you get something for free because, you know, rich man rich down the road goes to work 80 hours a week and his life compensates for that, right? It's like, I don't know, man. People are fucked up. When it comes to thinking that they can just, for some reason, fucking take something. And you're like, oh, okay. But I did that. There's Emperor. See, like, I do have a feeling that somebody's in a position where, like, they can help people. They can do things for people. Okay? And to be stolen from is like, I don't know, maybe the universe is kind of saying, I mean, I kind of feel like, okay, they might want me to say, go out there and play Martha Stewart and start making up batches of soups and dropping them off to fucking, kitchens and shit. But let me tell you, you can do that if you want. I mean, there are tons of people that volunteer at homeless shelters and do that shit. And then you think, well, I've been homeless, so wouldn't I want to go and do it? And I'm like, no. Like, I was homeless for a specific reason. It was for a specific space and time. It was to prove that, what was going on in an abusive situation was going on. And I wouldn't take that situation away from myself because my eyes recorded us not having nothing, in a position where so many people around us had so much and yet wouldn't give anything. Right. So when you get into positions like that, it's like, now I feel like somebody, who doesn't have anything is now kind of looking at you like you deserve to give them everything. And it's like, no, you don't. Okay. You've made your money the way that you've made your money. This person needs to back the fuck off, because the thing is like, take it from somebody who has been homeless. You can still build your way back up again. Okay. The only reason why I don't have credit and I am living here is because I physically don't want credit. It makes me uncomfortable, and I'm learning how to live in a world without it because I don't need it. People who need it for things need it for things. I right now don't need it. So why the fuck would I want it? Okay. So to prove that I can't live anywhere else without a credit check, and yet I can't get a credit check because nobody around me will help me, it just proves that the people that are in my life are useless. What's the point of having you if you're never going to help anybody, right? So like my father has to, pay all that to the piper. He's got to go tell God why he never helped his daughters, while he focused his whole life on his wife and did nothing for his kids. Like, he's got to explain all that. He has to explain why he left us here rotting in a fucking hole, right? When he has the power to help, he just doesn't want to because he's afraid his wife's going to get angry at him. Like, oh my God. I remember when I used to think being threatened by somebody actually meant something, until you just realize if you're being threatened by somebody, they know how weak they are, which is why they have to threaten you, because they have no power. Friggin' stupid people. I'm telling you, stupid people. Think, because I was homeless and I don't have credit and my family thinks I'm a loser, I actually thought I was a loser. Like, I actually thought I wasn't like powerful. I actually thought so many things because of how they felt about me. And then I realized I was giving all my power to them. I was giving in to how they felt about me. Whose family would feel so low of them, right? And you only feel low of somebody when you want to control them. Look at that. The tower. The tizza. I just heard the tizza. I've never said it that way before in my life, so I don't know what the fuck that's about. But the tizza is hizza, all right? With Halloween, there's no such thing. Confront the situation head on. Wow, a tower is coming. Is something bearing down on you? Something inexplicable? Something unstoppable? Some unstoppable problem, and you're struggling to understand why? Sometimes our behavior shapes our circumstances. Other times, the shape just comes for us. A menace popping up in the shadows again and again, just when we think the coast is clear. So it's like, I feel like somebody's going through a tower moment over and over and over again. Wow, the fool. It's kind of the fool in reverse. Like, somebody not letting you out of this tower cascading over your life every time. Someone's got a hold of your life. And then there's future, which makes me think in the future that's going to change. Okay. this menace that keeps popping up in your life is fucking with you. They're giving you setbacks. They're making you fall back into the weeds, taking your accomplishments and telling you that, well, yeah, sure, you accomplished that, but you know, somebody accomplished better. So just sit the fuck down before you think that you're all that. And you're like, wow. Took me 10 years to figure that out, but fuck me, right? Because somebody knows how to do it better. Wow, there's the world. I'm telling you, that's an end then. It's like maybe that's the future, is that now you get to pick your own door. There's the Emperor. A symbol of male power, a guy in charge. He doesn't exactly make the rules. It's more like in case of, he does what he wants, and then everyone else says, that's the new rule. A rule maker. Oh my God. Okay, so then once you go through the world doors, okay, you're going to transmute. You're going to get new people, new friends, new opportunities, and become in control of your life again. This person is controlling your life. There's the moon. It's like, okay, so the moon card is about a movie where somebody goes on like a killing rampage. It's where your dark impulses come to the surface. The light of the moon is a pale reflection of the sun, but that reflection transforms into something deeper and closer to the dark heart of humanity. Whoa. Oh, yeah, because he gets bitten by a werewolf. Oh, that's right. And he goes on a killing rampage. Okay, this movie is called The Moon from 1981. I don't know, you might want to watch it. I mean, it might be just a cool movie in general to watch. Yeah. So the way that I see this now that I put it in front of the tower, I kind of feel like there is somebody around you that got bit by something. Okay, and my ex-boyfriend, one of my ex-boyfriends, by far was a fucking werewolf. Okay, the guy was fucking bipolar as fuck. Okay, like honestly, it's like as soon as the sun would go down, he knew that he was close to the nighttime, and being close to the nighttime meant that he was closer to going to bed, and he didn't want to go to bed because he didn't want to wake up the next day to go to work. So by that nightfall, he would turn into another person. Okay, and even so, when we were dating, he actually got a werewolf tattooed on his back. I don't know if he thought it was fucking cool. I don't know if he thought like, yeah, I can bite a woman and transform her. But the thing is that I'm pretty fucking sure that his energy got into my energy, and his energy used to do things to me. It would fuel me with like rage. He would just like, nothing was good enough. I would cook for him. It was gross. It wasn't like mommy. Like he was a really big mama's boy. Everything was about mommy. Mommy always dropped off dinner for him. He was like 28. Okay, 28, 29. Always having mommy drop off everything. Mommy took care of this. Mommy took care of that. Mommy lived down the road. So my cooking was never as good as mommy's, right? Oh yeah, whenever mommy didn't fuck his dad because his dad was a fucking pig, okay? Always talked about his sexual relations with his wife to his sons. And then anytime I rejected Shane, wouldn't fuck up, Shane would be like, oh, you're just like my mother. This is exactly what my father would talk about with my mother. And compare me to his mother. And I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you little psycho fuck? Who the fuck says that their girlfriend doesn't fuck them just like their mother didn't fuck their father? Like, gross. Gross. Oh, I stayed with that guy for so long too. He was such a fucking rude little piece of shit. Oh, he was so gross. That's the guy who's been stalking me for 15 years, telling me I'm not good enough for him, but yet stalking me on social media through his friends, through little fucking portals that he can make on Instagram to fucking watch my shit. Like, this guy was a fucking menace to society, okay? He's a menace to women. He takes women that have really great security and really great feelings about themselves and good self-esteem, and he tears them down. Okay, he tears them down. He thinks that's a good job. But because he tears down a woman, He thinks that woman's going to stay with him because he's the only one that wants her. No one's ever going to want anybody like you. I'm the only one that's going to want you. I'm the only one that's going to put up with you. I'm the only one that's going to put up with your shit. And you're like, yeah, okay, I'm leaving, bitch. You're the only one that can put up with me? Okay, well, you're not good enough for me anymore. How about that? How about that? Like, this could be an ex just popping up in your fucking life all the time, and you're like, what are you doing? There's the 10 of Cups. Like, we had the good life, we did it, and then it threw up in our face, okay? So then there's the fucking King of Wands. It's like, you got to get away from this person, okay? You got to get away from this life, this whole thing that they wanted for you. It's the ultimate masculine energy of, like, you got to tear this motherfucker down, okay? Like, this is the end, okay? It's the end of the family fucking portraits, all right? 5 of Pentacles, desolate, alone, and terrified for the future. The 9 of Cups. Wow, these people are going to be terrified with all your energy around. They're going to lose everything. They're going to lose everything. I mean, they're popping up for a reason in your life. They're purposely fucking with you, right? They obviously are doing something to your money, because as soon as you're out of their life, they lose a lot. They become very poor, very dependent on other things. They're going to be very isolated. They might have to sell their house. There's the 7 of Cups in reverse. There's almost like so much shit going on in their mind that they become like retarded, right? Like, you know, you have those days where you just have so many things to do that you just become dysfunctional, right? You break down and you're like, oh my God, I can't think of the first thing to do because like, there's too many things to do that I feel like I physically can't keep up with what's going on. That's what's going to happen to them, right? Because that's what they've done to you. They've overrun you somehow. Right. And that would be kind of the same as what Sarah goes through in the labyrinth. Like, they really fucking work her, you know, they really fucking put her through the ringer. Like, she's exhausted by the end of it. She's running the whole time. Do you imagine what that does? What these people do that keeps you running all the time, right? Keeps you always looking back. Same with like what Halloween's about. Michael's always chasing Lori. She's always looking behind her back. She's always trying to figure out who's following her, if Michael's around, or if she's going to die, or if her friends are going to die. And then just when she thinks she gets away from him, he's right back there. You know, it's like never ending. It becomes PTSD, but it's like the CPTSD, which is like complex post-traumatic stress, where, I mean, there's post-traumatic stress, and then there's complex, where you never get out of it, literally. Everything is entangled in it, and it's something that it's not like, you know, soldiers who can leave the war and go back to their country and leave the war in the country. The complex PTSD is the country follows you and you never get out of it. So where that happened, you're still there. And it's because physically you are still there. So that's why it becomes complex. You then learn how to deal in this unimaginable universe where your anxiety is so bad that, I mean, I literally, you know, my body is so tense because of fibromyalgia. I'm often flexing my body and I don't know, because there's so much pain that goes through my body that I end up just clenching like this. And I don't know that I'm doing it because it just feels better to do this than to relax. Because when I'm relaxed, that's where all the pain starts. So if I tense everything up, I don't feel the pain as much, right? And that could be something, you know, to do with you of what these people are doing to you, right? Like, you're inflicting pain on yourself because when you relax, they get at you again. You know, like that was my stepmother. Like, you couldn't relax. You couldn't sit and just enjoy yourself. You couldn't sleep in on the weekends. It was get up and at 'em. It's 9 o'clock. You don't need to sleep anymore. Move your ass, clean my fucking house, get your ass up, get outside, go play. And it was a fucking weekend. We just went to school all week. We just did a 40-hour week. I want to fucking sit down. But because her, you know, PTSD is going off, she's now OCD. So now she can't stop. Because she can't stop because of what she's going through, she now gives everybody else PTSD. Because now you can't stop because you're like, well, mom's going to yell at us if we sit down. Well, Cindy's going to yell at us if we're sitting here doing nothing. Well, Cindy's going to yell at us. She would yell at us if we left a sweater downstairs, if it wasn't in the right spot. If there was a bowl left out, you came downstairs, you put it away. She couldn't lift a finger for anybody. She was a mother. If you can't lift a finger for your children, why the fuck are you a mother? mother, right? That's not a mother. I'm not saying lick your fucking kid's asshole, but I'm telling you, you better fucking do a better job than making your kid do everything from dusk till dawn, right? Like you're running some type of sweatshop in your own goddamn house. Like people are fucked. Whatever this is, whatever this little picture perfect smile for the cameras, we all look, you know, like the American family. No, you fucking don't. And no, you're not. Okay. Like if American Family was built in prison, okay, with Satan as the mayor, then yeah, you're getting close to where I grew up. All right. Like, so these motherfuckers are doing shit and now you get to leave. Okay, because they are a part of a massacre. They massacred people. It wasn't just you. Okay, they did this to other people as well, and that's what's coming down now. I don't know if it's their judgment day. I don't know if they're going to come up to the big man soon. And that big man's going to go, you along your little journey, Mr. Flint, killed 15 people. Like my dad alone killed 2 dogs for no reason. Okay, so he already has to deal with that karma. Then, okay, exploiting his children. Okay, then abandoning them. Okay, I mean, my God, he abused us. He, sodomizes me in my nightmares. He rapes me in my dreams. I mean, my father is gonna have to pay attention and answer all those questions, because I feel like, I mean, I don't really feel like he's gonna die. I feel like his wife is gonna die like soon, but I feel like he's gonna be like his father, and he's gonna be left alone here for a while, all by himself, segregated in his 4-floor house, all by himself. Doesn't let anybody near him because he's like, my father's just like his father. He's a grump. He's a grouch. He's, you know, based his entire life off sex and alcohol, and he, you know, put a pacifier in his mouth. He's good for the fucking day. Like, he's not a man. He's a boy. And that's why I generally can't date people, because they're little boys, right? If you're not a man, like, and now what I've been through is even worse, you know, because now in the last couple of weeks, shit that's gone worse is like, I don't have things in common with people, because not a lot of people have lived my life. Like, they don't, like, it's not a shiny life. And like, you're probably going to judge me pulling into my goddamn driveway. Like, the way that people are now is it's very hard to find people who understand, because of their entitled little lives where mommy and daddy have comforted them too much and allowed them too much. Right? Like, we have people right now in the backyard living in their truck. I don't know who the fuck they, like, obviously they know my landlord, because my landlord would never let anybody just stay back there. But that's the 3rd or 4th time that somebody has stayed on our property outside that he has let stay here, that's made their own little home in the backyard. Like, people are hard up, okay? And they say, oh, go to the shelters. Oh, you know, somebody will help you, or the government's there to help you. Like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Who the fuck do you think is there to help you? No one's fucking there to help you. No one's supposed to be there to help you. Your goddamn family. You know, the ones that you were birthed into, those are the ones supposed to be there to help you. Not the government, not little secret societies and charities. It's your own fucking people. And if your own people aren't helping you, they're going to have to fucking step up and say why they didn't goddamn help you, because they're the ones who fucking put you here. They put you here, they gotta fucking say why they put you here, and then why they abandoned you. Why all of a sudden they didn't listen to you. Why they threw you to the wolves. Why they fucking made you a sheep. Why they fucking, smoked you up and gave you your first shot when you were 2 years old, to make you shut up and stop crying. Like, yeah, somebody's mother definitely gave them alcohol as a child. And I just want to say to you, you're not alone, okay? You are not alone. Okay, next message. What are we at? 39:55. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hump day. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. Get. Like it, get. Yo, why is Missy Elliott so skinny now? She looked so much better fat. She just, like, even Missy Elliott is, like, kind of like a fat girl name. She just doesn't... I mean, obviously, I know she's much healthier now, but... I smoked my first cigarette when I was 3. So I'm right there with you, Ellie. Right there with you. Didn't get drunk. But that was a couple years later. Oh, parents. Look at the devil! Oh, do you think he does not know what you all are doing out there? Because he very much does. The movie isn't about evil. It's about addiction. It's about being addicted to another person. You know when they're bad for you, but you can't give them up. And just like with an addiction, at a certain point, it's not enough. It's never enough, and it destroys lives. Wow, the devil just took the words right out of my goddamn mouth with the Massacre of Cups. Yo, I'm telling you. Someone's little fucking addiction is going to get them killed. And I hope it's my father. He has drank alcohol every single day for the past like at least 40 years. Like he has a drink every day. Same with my mother, same with my stepmother. They have a drink every day. Every day. Every day. My mother gets drunk every day. Like how? Like since I was a baby, since I was born, which means it started before then. How can you get drunk every day? Every day? Every day. Like I just like, oh my God, like never drank that much in my life. Satisfaction and contentment. A story of a wish come true. Are you wishing for somebody to die? Rosemary's Baby. Hey, she gets knocked up by the devil. There's a plot here, okay? What I think is going on, there's the magician. Readiness, creation. I think the universe is preparing somebody around you to die. Vision. Wow. It's like the universe has already seen the vision. Okay. The vision has already come to light. Okay. I kind of feel like whoever this King of Cups is that's about to die, they know they're going to die. There's Candyman. The truth of the matter does not depend on if you believe in it or whether we take it seriously. Some of the harshest outcome in a situation may come from those who approach it dismissively. It can be tempting to keep a cognitive distance, especially from horrible situations, but we do so at our own peril. Like now I'm getting, my stepmother back in the day had breast cancer and she never got her tits removed and should have. And I always said to myself, like, I hope you fucking get it again. I really do. She made her entire life off her boobs. Breast this, breast that. I need my breasts. I need my boobs. You're only a woman if you've got breasts. And then she'd look at my sister. You know, it was so condescending and so arrogant and not what a woman is, you know? Like my stepmother's not a woman. She's a little girl because she's so superficial that's what little girls are. Little girls are superficial. Okay, they think that it's all in what you look like and someone's not going to love you unless you look like this. You got a big dick, you got big tits, you got a nose job. No one's going to love you. It's like, okay, that's so superficial that if that's actually how you feel love works, then you should never go for love because that's not how love works. Okay, it's not demeaning, it's not controlling, it's not suffocating, it's something very opposite, okay? If anything, love, like, it feels like it can destroy you because of how you feel so strong for somebody else. It's like, it's protection, it's stability, it's support. It's you love somebody, you never want to watch them fall. You never want to watch them hurt themselves. You never want to see them, angry or upset or, like that's, I mean, it's so much different than obviously what this King of Cups thinks it is, right? Some people are like, yeah, okay, I'll get married and until death do us part, whatever. I'll die in a couple of years if I can help, and they just don't care because they got some woman at home, somebody cleaning up, somebody doing the dishes, and they don't give a shit who they end up with. Well, that's nice. Some other people do really give a shit about who they end up with. Okay, there's the Tower. So now I kind of feel like their life is going in a disaster. Okay, it's downward spiraling like quick. Okay. And if they don't, like, it's at this point now when, I mean, you can't start, say celery kills cancer and you find out that you've got stage 4, lymphoma or cancer or something, or like, you can't just start eating celery now, to get rid of it. It's like their steps into heaven, literally, you know, as they're planning their own death, they were told each step was going to bring them closer to their death. But, you know, in the moment, you're like, I don't care. I'll pay for that 20 years down the road. I'm not going to pay for it now, blah, blah, blah. 20 years comes pretty quick, motherfuckers. Okay. 20 years comes pretty goddamn quick. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You are what you eat. Okay, this is all about you are what you eat. The events in the world are not doing much either to cheer anybody up. Maybe you do want to look closely at how the sausage is made. If you make a steady diet of a brain-stunning and awful aspects of the life around us through the news, social interactions, interpersonal conflicts, you're sure to find out that what you're feeding yourself is actually all-consuming. Don't let it eat you up. You are what you eat. Focus on sustainable options. With The Shining, emphasize work. Okay, so I think what these people have been eating has been slowly killing them alive. Okay. You have to be very careful about like McDonald's and processed food and pre-mixed and, those meals already made, you just pop them in the microwave, shit like that. That's all got, I mean, even they say salmon now, like all that stuff has so much bacteria in it and so many parasites in it. And there's so much shit in your food now that most of it, if it's not full of parasites and bacteria, it's full of plastic. It's full of things that your body cannot process. It doesn't know how to. It's not ever met a foreign object like that before. Okay, so somebody is, like the universe is emphasizing that if this is like, if something runs in your family, cancer runs in your family or something like that, or alcoholism runs in your family, the universe is really like, you might want to take a step and look at that now. Okay, because as much as they're fucking their own selves up, there's the bouncer. You could be fucking yourself up with too, right? Because, kind of like you are what you eat, meaning you are kind of where you end up and where you come from, right? Where you come from means a lot. It's your roots. Okay. So now it's like, you're getting rid of this, like somebody's this bad luck. Okay. That's been weighing on you. Like I said, look at 911 emergency. Like, I really feel like this person is a goner. Okay. Their life is done. I mean, they're being escorted out. Whatever they're doing, whatever their afflictions are and their addictions are, is hurting you. It's fucking with your life. And since when does somebody else's affliction supposed to come in and purposely restrict you in some way? Right? Like, no. If you want to go fucking sink your boat with every bottle in the LCBO, you go right ahead, but I'm going to be over here. And when you start yelling for help, knowing that you drowned your own boat, I'm still not coming to get you. Okay, somebody else can come and get you, like the ambulance or God. I am none of those people. Do not call me. So somebody's got to learn. They got to learn on their own. Shattered. As I looked at that, I almost saw somebody going through a windshield. Again, alcoholism. Like this person drinks and drinks and drinks, but because they've been doing it for 40, 50 years, they think they're a professional at it. They drive drunk all over town all the time. Yeah, well, this time they might pass out. This time they might have a seizure. This time they might black out. Like, who knows, right? Just because someone's been doing something for a long time, it's not like bodybuilding. Okay, you're not getting stronger the more you drink. Okay, you're getting weaker the more you drink. Hearth and Home with Vampire. I'm telling you, this could be something like somebody, they just can't get enough. There's nobody around that they can pick on. There's nobody around they can siphon off of. So they leave their house, and that's where they get into an accident. Because there's a narcissist card. They need to feed off people. Narcissists need to feed off of people. Okay, they cannot be alone. They cannot do anything alone. And now it gets to the point where you got to figure out where you've got one hiding in the shadows and where you don't. Okay, because somebody's got one and they got to leave. Before you get into the car with them the next time they're drunk, and they look at fuel, literally. Right? You get into the car with them and they're drunk and you don't know, or you think, well, he's drove me to the store a million times. He gets drunk like this every day. It doesn't matter. I mean, just because he's been doing it, that doesn't stop the person from running the red light, or somebody from, him not seeing a stop sign that he's been stopping at for the last 20 years, like accidents happen. Okay. There's the scales, and it's the scales in reverse, because I kind of feel like now justice is a little bit angry. They're a little pissed off with this person. Like, I mean, it's one thing you want to fucking feed yourself McDonald's every day. That's all cool, but like, don't give it to your kids. Don't give it to people who don't want it. You know what it's doing to yourself. Your kids aren't going to know, right? They just want food, right? Like, this is like somebody, massively mistreating you, not feeding you properly, right? My parents never fed me properly. I have something called Crohn's disease. And I get really sick off things. And I was force fed so much in my life with food that I didn't want to eat, food that made me sick. And I had so much pain from dislocating my spine, and my parents never doing anything about it, that I had to eat so much Advil growing up, because I was in so much pain that my stomach, it burned itself on the inside out. So now I have a really hard time eating. I have a really hard time digesting. I have a really hard time in general, just kind of like staying alive, eating. Okay. And I kind of feel like now, that was all their fault. If they just would have seen, that I wasn't walking properly and that there was something wrong, they always saw it as I was doing things for attention. Whitney wants attention. Whitney's not getting any attention. If you knew me, you would know I never want negative attention. I wouldn't even want a surprise party. I wouldn't want that many people giving me attention. I know what attention has done. I've gotten the attention. I don't want it anymore. Okay. Not in that negative perspective way. Okay. So to lie or to limp or to walk a certain way, no, I wasn't doing that for people to pay attention to me. Okay. So whatever it was that these people are trying to say, and I mean, I watched this video the other day of this girl. She started having seizures when she was about 18 years old, and nobody believed her. So she basically put up this video that was like, yeah, so I lied about having seizures for 3 years because, I lie about this and I lie about that. And then it showed 5 years later when she actually got diagnosed with, I think it was epilepsy she had. She goes, yeah, just remember though, it was all a lie. And then the doctors are right there telling her, what's wrong with her. And it's like, well, because that's what your parents do. Like, that's what, if they don't want to support you, if they don't want to give you money, if they don't want to stop their lives for their child, right, to put their child in the spotlight because that's what their child needs, they really didn't deserve to be a parent. And if that's the case, then, I mean, justice is going to find them. Because if they decided that they were just going to play the strings themselves, I mean, if people can call CPS and get cops to go by places to go check on kids, do you really think that the universe isn't checking on its kids? I mean, just asking. Like, it's a rhetorical question. I just want you to ask yourself, like, do you really think that if things happen to you, like there was really nobody watching? Because, like, if you think that, it's very sad, because there was a lot of things that watched what you went through. There was a lot of ghosts around you. There's a lot of spirits around you. There's a lot of eyes that watched what you went through and the pain you went through and said nothing and did nothing. Like, there's a friend of mine who I have known since grade 9. I was friends with her. So I think you go into grade 9, like, I think I was 14 or something like that when I started high school. And I was friends with her until I was 18. So about 4 or 5 years. And then we kind of lost touch for a couple of years. And then we were friends again in our 20s. And she had a couple of kids. She got pregnant, I think, when she was 18. And then she had another kid when she was, I think, 22. Something like that. Yeah, because they were about 3 years apart. The boys were about 3 years apart. And then I started hanging out with her again. Lucas was, her youngest, was 3 already. So we started hanging out again. And I never really knew her boyfriend, her baby daddy. He didn't go to our school or anything, so I didn't really know him. So, like, I knew he smoked weed, though. He seemed like he was okay, whatever. No one's asking for perfection, okay? And I was babysitting the boys one day, because then she kind of started having me watch them a little bit because she was working a lot. And her boyfriend comes home after work, and he's pissed off as usual because he has to go to work and he doesn't want this family, right? But he's living a lie like most people are. And he goes by one of his sons, and I think it was Weston. He went by Weston, and he whipped him. he took, it was in the summer, so I think I took the boys swimming that day. So I think he took Weston's bathing suit. It was hanging up because I was drying them. And you know those, your like bathing suit bottoms have a tie, right? So, at the end, like those ties, and then they have that little wax at the end. Like you whip somebody, like you usually get the rope rip, of it. And he whipped the back of his son's head for no reason. Weston wasn't doing anything. He was just literally standing there. He was like 8 years old or something like that. And Weston started crying. And I turn around and I'm like, what the fuck? And I see TJ's hand go down like this as he finished whipping him. And I went, what the fuck? Weston starts crying, and his dad's like, oh, you're fine, get up, whatever, you're fine, buddy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, whatever. Weston gets so upset. He's such an emotional boy. He goes in right away, he goes and finds his mom. And then his mom comes out and she's like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, I'm not even getting into it. Like, I had an abusive father, so I'm not going to get into this. I left her house. I had to go down and drop the boys off at her mother's house. So I started talking to her mom a little bit about everything. And my so-called friend from high school never spoke to me again. Because I talked to her mom and I said, like, I just watched him whip his son. Like, and he cried, like his son cried. I'm like, I can't just watch that. Like, who can just watch that? I don't care what he did. I don't care if he slapped him. I don't care if he fucking pushed him. I don't care. The kid cried. He did an abusive act right in front of me for no reason. And that so-called friend never spoke to me again. She talked all this shit. Oh, she's going to talk about my baby dad. She's going to talk about TJ like he's such an awful father. He goes to work every day. He pays our bills, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's not what I said. I said I didn't agree with him hitting his son right in front of me. I don't care if he goes to work. I don't care if he makes the money. I don't care if he's got a big dick. He's an abusive son of a bitch who just kicked and whipped his son right in front of my face. Kind of pretty sure I never want to see his little fucking grim little smirk on his face ever again. But I'm just angry at her, right? Like, come on. Come on. Gondosh out your security. Honestly, I could never. Actually, I saw her stepmother the other day. Surprisingly, her stepmother's a waitress in the town I live in. And I couldn't even fucking look at her. Her stepmother is such a fucking little cunt. And so I wouldn't even look at her stepmother. But that made me think about my friend again and think about how I watched that go down and that she chose not to talk to me again after that. And I was like, wow, like I was out there talking shit about her and her little baby daddy. I'm like, for one, you little trashy fucking bitch. What are you, 23, not married with 2 kids living in bumfuck nowhere? Let's just talk about that for a goddamn second. But I'm not like that. I don't judge you. I don't judge people in general. I don't give a fuck what you do with your life. Why would I care? But if you abuse your child in front of me, or your dog, or your cat, or your animal, you best believe I'm going to say something. And possibly fucking kill you in the meantime. But fuck me, right? Fuck all of us people who don't want to see violence happen, so we try to kill them. Oh my God, I found this guy. He's called the Alaskan Avenger. The real Alaskan Avenger. He's the guy from Alaska that went out and killed all those pedophiles with a baseball bat. I've talked about him before. You know me and pedophiles. I fucking hate them. And I read I'm pretty sure I only read the story 10 years ago. I can't believe he's already out. He's out. He looks great. He's still fucking trying to, nail people for fucking being assholes and using kids and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. If you want to follow a true hero, he's called the real Alaskan Avenger. And he killed pedophiles with a hammer. See my face? Are you single? Because I'm single. I mean a man, not some little pussy-ass blood clot bitch doesn't know how to fucking change a goddamn spare tire on the side of the road. You know what I mean? He's a superhero. I told him that. I sent him a message and everything. I was like, I just want you to know you're my superhero. I actually did that today. I did. I told him he was my hero. I was like, I don't know if you know, but you're my fucking hero. And I just want to say, I'm going to follow you until the day that I decide I don't want to be on Instagram anymore. And then when I delete my account on Instagram, I might still creep you. Because you're my goddamn hero. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not going to stand here and wait. Oh, I should make him like... He should make a video with himself just standing in a cape playing that Nickelback song. I'd promote that video. I'd promote the shit out of that video. Let me tell you. All right, what's the time? 1 hour, 44 seconds. I like that. All right. Yes. Okay, I know. Okay, I'm gonna start this reading off. I'm gonna do the old witchcraft, and I'm gonna use the book. And see how we start off this beautiful magical reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? Okay. Ooh, Carnelian. Energy, leadership, creativity. With oak tree. Under the old oak tree. And fog. We're gonna, oh, I gotta take the moon. That's huge. And mushroom. I opened up the... No way. I opened up the book just now to mushroom, and look what came out. Mushroom. You might live somewhere where there's a lot of mushrooms. Okay. Leadership, creativity. Carnelian. Why aren't these in alphabetical order? That's stupid. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Where's your goddamn table of contents? God damn it. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Oh my god, the fucking index is not even... The goddamn index is not even in alphabetical order. Oh, get your shit together, people. Okay, 93. Okay, here we go. Card meaning. It's associated with creativity and energy. Okay, 2 elements that enhance leadership. Creative that can strengthen your leadership qualities and help you find creative solutions to problems or ways to support your team. If you have to take the lead in something or play a hand in something that is firm, Carnelian can give you the confidence to do what needs to be done, even if it makes waves. Its orange colors come from an iron oxide that carries iron. I'm really sorry, I'm dyslexic, and today my lips won't work. I'm trying to pronounce my words, and it's not working. Okay. It tells you to take control and when to be brave. Look within for motivation and strength. You are a leader. Be confident in your abilities. How can you improve your leadership skills? Okay, so I'm feeling like somebody's being asked to take charge. Okay? They're being asked to take charge in something because with the oak tree, okay, that's power again. So somebody has, I'm not going to say magical powers because I don't think that's where it's going, but they have the confidence that's going to unleash the power to do something. Okay? To do something. The thing is that there's some type of obscurity and you can't see something. Okay, so it's almost like driving in the dark and you don't have your lights on, but you know the road. So you're just going to go very slow, okay? Because maybe that's the moon. Maybe your vision is obstructed, or you're in the dark and your lights aren't working. Something like that, okay? It's like, you know the road, you know this terrain, okay? You've been there before. Breaking down problems. But I saw breakdown problems with the mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms are fungus, which break everything down. Okay, so now I saw breakdown. So I almost feel like if you have a breakdown, I did see that vision today when I was driving. I saw somebody like get a flat tire. I think something to do with a flat tire. Somebody gets a flat tire in the middle of nowhere, and there's no tow truck company that can come and help them, so they have to call somebody that knows what they're doing. Okay, so that's why it's like, okay, so you might get into a situation where you blow a tire. I don't know. That came up twice already in this reading. Okay, so Spirit is like, you might just want to take a couple of hours of your day, maybe this weekend, maybe tonight, and learn how to change your tire. Okay, learn where your spare is, how to get it out. Make sure you got the right jack, because I mean the jack that comes with your car is awful. Okay, get a proper jack, get a proper tire iron. Okay, get a proper almost like bolt. Like you need like you need bolt fitters almost. So like put like I don't know, something to grip, you know, like we had them in our car the other day. I don't know, they grip things and you can, you know, unturn things. I forget. I fucking had the name in my head. Anyways, okay, you might just want to have that kind of stuff on you. I mean, I was always told to make sure I had a blanket in my car, you know, because if you get you know, stuck somewhere, it can be freezing cold, right? You might want to keep a, you know, blanket with you. It's like something is going to happen. Okay. And I'm not saying you're going to be in danger or anything like that, but I'm just saying like, you know, I wish somebody would have told me how to use a generator before getting one, because I mean, it's a monkey wrench. There you go. Yeah. Something like that. You know what I mean? There's a specific, like you would want a monkey wrench, but there's like specific, like, I think, pliers, like, I don't know. I can't get it anyways. It's like a specific fucking word of like, but yeah, monkey wrench, whatever. Okay. If they're just saying that, you know, like I really would have wished that somebody had taught me how to just use a simple engine like that. Okay. Because it just would have made things like, I mean, I used to do that back when I was 8 years old at my cottage with my boat, my little aluminum boat and my little motor. Okay. That's like, some of that shit came back to me, but at the same time, like, oh my God, I haven't done this since like I was a child. Like, I don't remember how to do this. My parents were still there, but if I got, you know, stuck out on the lake and ran out of gas, right? I had to know, like, we'd always have the fuel mixed with the oil to put into the tank, right? You have to know if you get stuck, how to do something. Okay, so maybe you're young, okay? You might be going off to school or something like that. Like, maybe have your dad teach you a few things, right? You might be going on the road for a while. You know, check your tire pressure, right? It's on the inside of your door on the inside of your door panel. It'll show you what your pressures are supposed to, your PSI is supposed to be at. Don't go by the PSI on the tire, okay? My sister did that for years. It said if it says it maxes out at 40 pounds, she kept all the tires at 40 pounds. When her vehicle, actually, the pounds were supposed to be at 32. Okay, check the inside of your door. Make sure your tire pressure is good, because that's the one thing that will happen. If anything's going to happen, you will blow a tire. You might be going on a long trip, might be going across country, something like that. Make sure your fluids are topped up, your oil's good, you got good transmission fluid, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, you want to, you know, make sure, and like all these things, if you don't know the answers, it's almost like Google it now. AI is fucking crazy with the answers, and like call a garage, you know, get to know, I always love to get to know my mechanics, because my mechanics will teach me a lot, because they know I'm a single woman. So it's like, dude, I need to know what you're doing, because I need to know how to fix that. If it happens again, I want to watch. Same with the guys that got my generator going. I watched everything they did. So then if something happened, I knew what I was doing, right? And then I did a couple things in front of them to gain the confidence. So when they walked away, I was good with my machine, okay? Got to be good with your machine, all right? There's something going on. and there's obscurity. Like there was, I mean, some type of weird death spell on the car. I kind of knew it for a while, but anyways, we got like in the snowstorm a couple weeks ago, and I did a fucking 360 in the middle of a intersection, but we were all driving so well that I didn't hit anybody. Nobody hit me. I was going like, I don't know, maybe 8 kilometers an hour. The vehicle just stopped on its own, and I went my way, and all the other traffic went their way, and nobody got hurt. Okay. It's like, cause I know how to drive, right? You have to be confident behind what you're doing in order to take the bull by the horns. Like, honestly, maybe you're going bull riding for the first time. Okay. You got to hold on for dear might. Remember everything you've learned. Okay. You're strong. Like, yes, the fog is strong. It can disorient you. You don't know where you're going, but you're stronger than it, and it will pass. The fog will pass, just like the cycles of the moon, right? They continue. They don't just stay. It doesn't stay at the full moon. It doesn't stay at the new moon. It doesn't stay waxing. It doesn't stay waning. It can't. It's impossible. Like, the energy that you're in will never stay the same. So now I'm getting, and they say that... Man, once Nickelback comes in, it comes in hard. I fucking hate Nickelback, but it's... God damn it, Chad. Stop singing in my head. Okay? It's like, you want to be the hero. You can be. Absolutely. Okay? Change that tire in the middle of a fucking blizzard. Honestly, you learn how to change a tire and you do it all by yourself. You are going to be like driving out of there like, yeah, I can take on the fucking world. You'll be so proud of yourself. You will feel so goddamn proud of yourself. I'm telling you. And like a lot of those truckers too, I always think of those truckers. I've dated a lot of truckers, and let me tell you, a lot of them end up basically becoming large engine and mechanics, because so much shit happens to their truck that they learn how to replace and repair so many things on their own, because there isn't going to be a garage around them all the time. There isn't going to be somebody to help them all the time. So they have to learn their vehicle before they go out. Okay. And like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you want to be a truck driver, honestly. Awesome. But learn your vehicle, learn the engine. Okay. Because man, I worked in this one place and it was attached to a hotel, and the amount of truckers that used to stay there, because it was a pretty like cheap hotel. It was only a 3.5 star, I think, but it had like a pool and everything. It was really nice. So many truckers that, got abandoned for days. I mean, because their trucks needed so much work, right? And they couldn't do it. And I thought, like, man, like some of them don't care. Some of them will, get patched up in a hotel for a few days and not care. Others want to get going. They do not want to stop. They do not want to be on the side of the road. They do not want some garage taking their truck for fucking 3 days. Okay. They just want to learn themselves. So there is the 10 of Pentacles with the, what is that? Knight of Cups. So it's almost like, I think it's almost like one of those things where it's like, you might want to stop thinking that just because other people can do it, you're leaving it up to them to do. But the world is almost like, you need to learn how to do this on your own. Big message. You need to learn how to do it on your own, because you're more than capable of doing it on your own. And relying on other people is actually taking your confidence away from you, because if you've worked, a machine, if you worked on one machine, say if you've worked on like, I don't know, chainsaw. Okay. That chainsaw motor is going to be like a lot of other motors. Okay. It's generally the same. They got the fucking belt around, they got the gas, they've got the little motor, they've got the fan, right? There's little things that are on it that you take one engine apart, or you take one, you take one engine apart, and you might learn how to figure out how to fix any engine. And then you're unstoppable. Okay. You're never calling the fucking AC guy again. You're never calling the electrician. Well, electricity is way different. But again, there's a lot of, stuff with power that's generally pretty easy. It's all, you got your ground, you got your power, right? You got to have one coming in, you got to ground before you start anything. It's generally the same, right? So it's like, I don't know, and none of these things involve having to go to school. They really don't. You can learn so many things on the internet. You can learn so many things. Like I said, even with my mechanic, for the most part, there was one guy who used to just like show my sister everything. because he owned his own shop. So he'd be like, okay, this is what I'm doing here, this is what I'm doing there. And she just watched him do a lot of things. And I thought, like, you know, why wouldn't you? I mean, I know it's crazy dangerous, and like, you know, if anything happened to my sister inside of this garage, she would have been fucked. But like, I mean, it was safe. Okay, so it's like, maybe I don't think this requires you to spend any money. I think it's going to require you to give yourself something. And for the last like little while, I've been hearing that the universe really wants me to start looking into astronomy, right? Because actually, that's what I was going to do. Let's do that. I'm going to do a reading with the dice again, right? Because some of the most powerful divination is done with tarot and astronomy lying together, because they work hand in hand together. So it gives you stronger readings, right? So think of it this way. That is hand in hand, right? You learn something on your own. It's only going to aid to whatever it is that you're doing. Judgment with the 4 of Cups. It's really like somebody's a little, you know, this might be a little hard to swallow. This might be a little bit hard to give yourself. But the thing is that it's not going to be wasted. Nothing is going to be wasted. No piece of information you attain, okay, is useless. Okay, it all leads to something, right? So it's like, I mean, you might be holding back on something, and judgment is like, you need to learn how to do this. It's going to change everything. And it's going to give you confidence like a motherfucker. Like, don't you want that just in general? That seems, that to me would be the end all be all, right? If I can just get some confidence in that shit, yeah, it's fucking worth every piece of information I can get. Okay. So then there's the 4 of Pentacles. It's like, again, hold on to your money. It's not about the money. It's not, I mean, really maybe that's what it is. Stop spending money on something that you can do yourself. It's crazy, like cutting your own hair and stuff like that. You know, like, why go get your hair cut when you can do it yourself? Why go and have somebody else dye your hair? You can literally do it yourself. Like, so many things you can do it yourself. And the spirit is like, somebody's just wasting so much money doing it the other way. Like, you know, like paying for a mechanic all the time, like, fuck, on shit that you can do yourself, like oil changes and shit. Like, I mean, that shit is so easy. It really is, right? But it's the convenience of it, and it's the time of it and stuff like that. It's like, well, you know what? If you give yourself a really good garage, a really good workshop, like, take your whole fucking engine apart, you know, buy a $300 piece of shit car and take it apart, right? Isn't that what guys do? Right? Isn't that what people do? Sorry, not to just gender that shit, but there's the Queen of Wands and the Sun. Okay, and then there's the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. Literally, the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. It's like, there is people, for one. Okay, what's that line? I think that's Gone Baby Gone, where Patrick asks to meet the cop, and he's like, well, you're gonna have to buy me dinner if that's that kind of conversation. Like, literally, what do you think that is? Okay, like, if you want to have this type of conversation, you're gonna have to buy me, you know, a drink. You're gonna have to, you know, schmooze me a little bit for this, because that's the thing. It's like, not everybody wants money. Okay, like, so for instance, with my personal readings can be expensive, right? What up? Hello, Wolfgang Puck. You know, my readings can be expensive, like, especially for a full hour reading. Like, I mean, you're looking at about like $150. Okay. So I used to go to this chiropractor place, and a lady ran a massage place upstairs. And I told you, I have fibromyalgia. So my skin just hurts. Like, it would just hurt to touch me sometimes. And so I started, I had benefits through my disability. So massages were included because it was part of my physical rehabilitation. And let me tell you, these massages weren't enjoyable. Okay, these massages, she did massage, acupuncture, and she did cupping. And it was probably the most intense sessions of my life after getting my spine adjusted. So I also had to, get my spine straight. That's in an S. So I would be in a lot of pain. So I would go up and see Sarah and go get a massage done afterwards. And finally, she wanted readings done. And she was like, well, why don't I just, give you a session, you give me a session. So we started doing that. We started exchanging tarot card readings and channeling readings, and I would get a massage or do cupping. Sometimes she'd do cupping and a massage. Sometimes she would do a relaxing therapy session along with a massage. It was basically whatever I wanted. I mean, I had a whole hour from her. If the reading was going to be an hour, then my time with her was an hour, and we just exchanged that. Right? If you have your own business, like not everybody, you don't have to necessarily, like you can barter your services, okay? Like you can barter your services, whatever it is you do, you cut hair, you do permanent makeup, whatever it is, whatever this other person's doing, barter that. Be like, okay, well, I'll do a session with you and you do a session with me, and that's how we pay each other. It's not always just about money. Okay. That's the thing, is like, I think that's what spirit wants you to get away from, is thinking that everything has to deal with money. Because if it's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's not, this is a part where you got to be smart about your business. Okay. It's like giving free readings like I do on here. Why do you think I do this? So then people do personal readings, right? You have to give a little to get a little. Right. So then actually I used to, back in my first channel, I was working with kind of like a hip hop artist, and he would give me merch. He would give me his t-shirts and shit that I would give away online. And so I was advertising him. Okay. And I forget what I got out of it. Oh, I think I just got the free stuff. So by him giving me the free stuff, it attracted people to my channel, right? So he would just give me free stuff. I didn't have to do anything for it. I gave it away. He got promoted, and we both got promoted, basically, right? It was a good exchange. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. Like, and I know, and I get a lot of people too on my Instagram, a lot of companies that are like, I want you to wear this. I want you to do that. You look like the perfect person to, wear this, do my product and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not really that kind of person. I don't really want to, I would do something with people that I knew. I don't want, to wear somebody's ugly jewelry or, I don't know. There's a certain where I'll go, and then it's like, if I'm not getting anything out of it, I'm not going to do it. Right. So it's almost something like that, like if you want to watch a mechanic, okay, work. And like I said, you do something, maybe you are an arborist, you cut down trees. Okay. As I said, maybe you're a fucking construction worker. Okay. This person wants a fucking deck. All right. And then there you are as the emperor. It's like, well, I want a deck. Okay. Well, I want this from you. So I'll build you a deck. You fucking, give me fake boobs. Okay. Like, honest. Okay. Like, I can't keep going on with analogies because I'm running out of them, because it's an infinite, but it's a little hard. So maybe somebody has to do an exchange to learn what they want to learn, and then teach something that somebody else wants to learn. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, so now let's do an astronomy reading. Let's get the dice here. What do we got? 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, we have Scorpio in the hizza. Here we go. 12th house. And I think that is Pluto. Nope. I still don't know all my planetary signs here. Yeah, fuck, that's Pluto. Oh, Whitney, you're so funny. Okay, so that's double Scorpio energy. Jesus. With Pisces sitting in the middle. That's like death with the moon. Like, that's terrifying. I wouldn't want to be on that spectrum. Okay. Pisces house, hidden enemies, imprisonment, but also art, privacy, forgiveness, intuition, and magic. Okay, Pluto energy How we deal with our power, supernatural realms, death, transformation. Literally the death. Like maybe you've been imprisoned. Now 46 and 2 is playing in my head. So now I'm getting like that's a huge transformation then. Look at that, the sword and the stone. Like talk about the truth. Like this something is your truth. Like you have been massively held back for a very long time, and it's time you transition into your new life. There's the mist, okay? And then signs. Okay, you will get signs from the universe if this is your reading, okay? The universe will let you know, like, you know, if you've been imprisoned, okay? You know, literally, okay? The Alaskan Avenger, you know if you've been imprisoned or not, whether it's imprisonment of your own mind, whether it's been you actually got sent to prison, whether it was you've been living in a prison, right? Literally your own life, something like that. It's over with. It's going to get deathed out. Transformation. Whether or not the world is just going to pull your plugs and say you don't have to do it anymore, or you physically get to transition out. With the mist, it's hard to say what's there because they don't know. All they know is that it's stuff that's going to hurt them. But this is something that obviously that's the mist, that's the movie. This is real life. Some of these things, though, it might hurt you. Some of these things might hurt you. Okay, there's the volcano. I mean, you might fucking freak out at a couple people who have held you hostage, held you against your will, held you in contempt, you know, been a prisoner in your mind, kept you away from people, right? When you explode, that might be what gets you out, right? Like the human can only take so much, okay? It's the same with animals in captivity. Like they can only take so much hate, right? So much abuse until they either fucking break themselves and die because they physically can't be abused anymore, or they break free and they risk their life, right? Life is not a game. It's not something people don't understand what life is. Okay. They don't understand how precious it is, how much you have to fight for things. They think they can push you over, okay, leave you for dead and take your life. Okay, maybe in some type of fucked up Stephen King movie. Again, this is real life. Okay, it's not the fucking movies like they think it is. Well, I saw this in a movie. Well, I saw this in a movie. Well, I read this in a book. Like, shut the fuck up and sit down. Why don't you read a fucking book on how to better yourself? Okay, so there's when shit hits the fan. Good distractions. We got sickness. Okay, and then the old switch around. Hey, the old switcheroo is literally about changing roles. Okay, your entire world flips around. That's why I did the card. I did the card for a reason. The whole reason is to fucking change your life. Okay, so when shit hits the fan, you know that when shit hits the fan, you can never clean it up. Okay, this person wants to say that this person wants to say that you're sick, you've got some disease or something wrong with you. Really, they are distracted and illusioned, okay? In maybe that's the whole part of the moon energy, okay, with the 12th house, is that they're illusioned by something. They're the ones that can't see something straight, okay? So when all this shit hits the fan, they're going to lose something while you transition. Okay, they can say all they want about who you are and what kind of person you are. They don't know you. Okay, so now it's like, and I think this message was yesterday when it's like, nobody believes them anymore. Like, they have no credit anymore. Anything that they said that you do or that you're a part of or that you're a pattern of, you have not done what they say that you do, I don't think, ever. Right? So that's why you're in a safe place while their shit's hitting the fan. Okay, that's why you might see the effects of somebody after they lose it and be in a very protected place because for once their shit hitting the fan isn't going to touch your life. It usually gets all over your life. It usually fucks up your whole life, and then you got to go around cleaning it up. This time it doesn't fucking touch your life because you did everything you could to make sure that you're in the right position. That's why, I don't know, something about that reading before too. It's like, whatever it is, you might have confidence now. And now I'm getting that 30 Seconds of Mars song. Back in the day, 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto, his band got fucked. Okay, when they first started, there was a time where they were making absolutely no money at all, and their recording company was taking everything. It got to the point where Jared went against his record company, basically started a war, and to get his band where he deserved it to go. And now, as I'm like staring at Brandon Lee, and I'm thinking like, well, what happened that night? He comes back a year later to avenge what they did to him. Okay, people do things to you in a time where you're very vulnerable, and you can't fight back because you're not in a position to fight back. You're in a vulnerable state, so you can't fight back against these people. So then you come back a year later, 2 years later, 10 years later. Hey, by the way, just want to let you know, I'm still here. And I've never forgotten. Okay, it's like that. It's like stepping back up to somebody and being like, oh, did you think I was dead? I know you did. I know you thought you left me for dead, but guess what, motherfucker? I ain't dead. Maybe this is your rise from the dead. The boat. Riding off into the sunset. There's the chariot, like literally. You might even buy a new, oh man, I was driving. And I was pulling around a corner, and this man was just about to come out of his driveway, and he just bought a boat. Somebody had a boat for sale in their front yard, and this guy just bought it. He came pulling out with his boat, and I'm like, congratulations on your new boat, man. That's awesome. It was like this really sweet kind of 90s little like sport boat. Oh, it was so awesome. And like, oh man, they got this huge smile on his face. He was so happy to get his bow. And I'm like, fucking right. Like, and then the bow card comes out. Look at this, witchcraft magic. I really feel like whatever this people did, like they did some type of shit to fucking get you kicked out of something. Okay. There's synchronicities. Again, you're going to know if this reading is for you. Okay. The universe is not lazy. I was listening literally today. I'll show you how much the universe is not lazy. I was driving, and there's creepy. This is kind of a creepy story. My Spotify wouldn't work today. So I asked my sister, I'm like, we never listen to my sister's Spotify because she always thinks my Spotify is better than hers. So we couldn't listen to my Spotify. It wouldn't work for some reason. I just wasn't getting any, fucking internet on my phone for some reason. It was weird. So I go, well, do you want to turn on your phone? And she's like, yeah, I'll turn on my phone, whatever. So we finally listened to her phone, and she had the Silverchair song. And I don't really listen to Silverchair as much as I used to, but she's always been a huge Silverchair fan. Silverchair song came on The Door. And then we passed a road called John's Road. And Daniel Johns is the lead singer of Silverchair. And like I said, haven't heard a Silverchair song in like not years. I still like Diorama. I usually download a Diorama song here and there because I can't not listen to Daniel. I just love his voice. And I was like, then John's Road. And I'm like, once again, the universe is not lazy. That is not a coincidence. We're listening to Daniel Johns driving down John's Road because we are on what is called divine timing. And then we went and ate at this restaurant from like 1980. I'm going to put the video up on my Instagram. It was like eating in another world. It was amazing. There was all these old people. And then I took a video of the restaurant, and these two old ladies start waving in my video. Oh my God, it was so cute. I'll go back to that restaurant any day. I love old restaurants. Family run, good ass restaurants. Oh my God, our food was ready in like 5 minutes. I couldn't believe how fast. I barely got my caches clear in my phone, and my food was already there. And I'm like, God damn, these diners, fuck, they know how to make food fast. Like, fuck these milestone bullshit shrimp. Ugh, just. I like mom and pop shops. I've always been that way. Okay, creepy, literally. There might be a synchronicity. Like I said, Daniel Johns, John's Road. Okay, it wasn't John Road, John's. Okay, His last name is Johns. All right. Again, universe is not lazy. Okay. So you might see very creepy synchronicities. Okay. And that is called divine timing. And if you are on divine timing, that means that whatever this fucking voodoo witchcraft bullshit was, it's not on you anymore. It's been avenged. And there's the Book of Answers. This is the answer. It's like you needed to expose this witchcraft so then it can be finally gone forever. And actually, ironically, okay, Mother Nature's wrath. There has been a lot of times where I've like spoken on this channel about be very careful about the Reiki healers on here. Okay, the ones that play the vibration and say that they're clearing your chakras and all this shit. Because let me tell you, just like tarot readers, there are a lot of fucking frauds out there. Okay, that are literally siphoning your energy through the internet using high-pitched frequency that they say is helping you connect with God, and it's really you connecting with them, and now they're taking everything that you own. Okay, ironically, I found a lady yesterday, and she was Native, and she did the whole Reiki session with a fucking wolf dog beside her. So I was like, okay, I'm going to kind of trust this bitch because, like, she's got a fucking wolf sitting beside her. Wolf dogs are half wolf, half dog, right? So they have, like, they're not dogs. They're wolves, okay? They act just like a wolf. They're fucking bigger than wolves. They are insane. You cannot keep them locked up. You cannot keep them in cages. They are uncontrollable. You can't control a wolf dog. They're not supposed to be controlled, really. They're supposed to be in the mountains where the wolves are, okay? So she was fucking doing a Reiki session with a wolf dog. And it was to clear generational curses, black magic, and just overall do your aura. It was like a 14-minute video, which I never sit through. I'll do like maybe 4 or 5 minutes or something like that, and then I'll leave and I won't finish the session or whatever. But this, she had me in. It was the right energy. It wasn't, nothing got pulled from me other than the spell. Like I saw there was this one point where like my whole head went down and I felt this like weight come off of me, and something happened right after. And that's how I knew that there has been a massive energy that has been keeping me kind of hostage in a way. And it's powerful, but it's not the end all be all of Whitney Moonshine. Okay. That's for fucking damn sure. I won't let it be. Okay, put it that way. Also, I'm kind of like the Alaskan Avenger. You fucking fuck me, I might just show up at your door with a hammer. Okay, I'm kind of like loco like that. Only because I don't have anything in my life that I, really need to be here. It's kind of like I'm on the edge, so I might as well fuck around while I'm on there. Okay, people get hurt. Not my fault. Possibly. I don't know. Okay, so maybe this is it. Like maybe somebody, honestly, I feel like a lot of this shit does happen in dream state. I don't ever hurt anybody. I've never even gotten to a fight. I've never even hit anybody. So a lot of this is other dimensions, because in my dreams, let me tell you, sometimes I'm punching people in the face. Sometimes I'm so angry that I'm in their face, and I never get like that. Okay, I'm not confrontational like that. Like I am confrontational to a point where if you do something, you better fucking tell me what you did, or I'm just going to walk away because I can't stand liars. But I mean, to be confrontational means that you're taking something seriously. For people to say you're being confrontational, it means that you're addressing a situation that they just don't want to answer. They want to be passive about it, so they're going to say you're being aggressive because you want an answer. Fuck you. You deserve an answer. Okay, just because they don't want to give it to you doesn't mean that they get to tell you that you are aggressive. Yeah, right. Don't be my stepmother. Okay, just because people tell you the truth, it doesn't mean they're aggressive. It means that someone's telling you the truth. You might want to die. As I was saying it in my head, I go, is getting out of jail. Like, you're getting out of jail. Seriously? All about survival? That's fucked. I mean, a lot of it is, right? That means like your 3D life, people are trying to kill you all the time. They're trying to unalive you all the time. They want you to fight for your survival. Like it's, 1800s again and you don't have a fucking house. That's what they want to do. And what's so ironic about that shit is that whatever they do, it comes back to them times 3. Okay. They have to pay for it. They have to explain why they do it. It's not like jail here where like you can still plead not guilty and the judge doesn't care. The fucking spirit world knows when you do shit. So like they know right now that you're fighting for your life. So you're being shown in your dreams that you're having to try to survive because in real life, someone's trying to gun you down. Literally, whether it's like spiritual in their sense where they're just trying to unalive you all the time with their little fucking spells at home, or they're physically following you around, trying to scare you so then you'll slip up and go into an intersection when you're not supposed to, or you won't look both ways when you cross the road because they're chasing you, right? It's like stuff like that, like survival of the fittest. Honestly, that's what I just saw. That's a Mobb Deep song. So see why Spirit wants me to learn astronomy while doing readings? That's why. No. Oh. No. I thought I had it. But I'll put it up. I'll put the reading that I'm talking about. I'll post it on my YouTube posts. Can you see those, Diane? If not, I don't know, learn how to look at your posts. Okay, so if you can't see the posts, because like you're on desktop or something like that, go to your phone and download the YouTube app, and then you'll be able to see the posts that your channels put up, along with the videos that they put up. And I will put it there. It's like, it's a very, I want to say it's like something frequency or something. I don't know. Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'll put her up in there. I'll do that today. I will do that today because like I really felt something amazing with her. Like I said, she's an Indian woman and like a Native woman, and it was like, she does it with like these fucking huge crystals and like, oh, it was amazing. It was an amazing little session I did last night. I'm getting all the goosebumps all over my body. And then I go to my favorite coffee shop today with my favorite ladies. And this one lady, she looks like Courtney Love. So we call her Courtney Love all the time. She makes these bracelets and she keeps forgetting to bring them for us. So finally I said, you have to bring your bracelets because I want one. I want to buy one. She brought them for me today. And look, it looks native. Doesn't that look native? And like there's these women that I go see at this reserve. It's a reserve where I grew up there. And these Native ladies run a museum. And they are probably, when I found out that I had been molested, I went to the Native land right away. I don't know why, but I went to the sacred land right away, and I sat outside of this museum where these ladies work, and their energy came out, and they came to my car right away, these two sisters, and they healed my energy like almost instantly. And like after that, it was hard steps to make, but like they honestly, I don't know what Native women do. I mean, I think it's because for the most part, they're still on their land, so they have their sacredness still in them, if it wasn't beaten out of them. There's an artist that I really got to know who does the most amazing paintings, and his name is Freddie. And he was so abused as a child, and he was put into these camps when the white man came and took all the Native babies away, and he spent his years in these camps and the torture that this man went through. And he does art, and he does these beautiful paintings, and every time I see him, he'll give me a hug every time. And it's like we automatically exchange energy like right away, because he like people who have been abused, especially sexually, it's like we carry that demon with us. So when we meet other people that have had that same thing, like, I mean, whatever it is, you have your own demon, okay? You meet other people with that same demon, it's like you have a connection that like nobody can fuck with. Nobody can, nobody could tell me possibly anything about Freddie that would make me change how I feel about him. There's just absolutely no way. It's just not something that you could physically do, right? He's such a beautiful creature that it's like some places, you meet people and they have the ability to heal you very quick. And I don't know what it was that made her give me this bracelet. I did not know that she made bracelets that look like this. I did not see them before. They were the bracelet that she showed me a couple months ago did not look like this. They were like one string. Somehow she learned how to do multiple layers and shit all of a sudden within like a couple weeks. And like what the fuck? Now she gives me a native bracelet? And I'm like, okay. I'm just going to say and I have like native skin. I have very dark skin, dark hair. People often think I'm either Italian or native. I'm not. I'm Dutch. I don't look Dutch, but I'm Dutch and English. But that's it. I don't have anything else in my body. But I've got dark pigment, right? So people always think I'm native or Italian. It's usually Italian. But my God, those people. I mean, you meet the right ones, and they're like magical as fuck. Like magical as fuck. It's crazy. Like they think the white man hates them. I'm like, show me a white man that hates you, I'll fuck the shit out of them, because like don't fuck with those people's energy. Like I don't know why the white man did what he did to them. Like, wow, that's like years, millions of hundreds of years those people are going to have to pay for what they did to those people back in the day. Like, wow, all over the world. I look pale. I'm a little pale. I don't go in the sun anymore. I used to go in the sun all the time. This is about as dark as I get. I have olive skin, but I don't, if I go into the sun, man, I go a whole different color. I go like black. I can go black by the end of the summer. I don't want to do that to my skin anymore because like the sun is hot, yo. When did the sun get so hot? I like go out into the sun. I feel like I'm getting burned instantly. Yeah, on camera, I look pretty pale, I'm sure. And the camera also adds 10 pounds. All right? Give me a break, people. I'm trying over here, all right? What? Those are used for both ether on the cam. What's used to ward off curses? What are you talking about? Oh, wow. Wow, Pond Belt. Wow, Pond Belt. What the fuck? I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to write that down. I'm going to write that down. I don't know what exactly you are referring to. But if it's something that words off of curses, I'm going to write that down. Oh, I already have it? This is what that is? No way. Well, riddle me that. How the fuck did she know? See what I mean? See how wonderful the universe is? She just gave me it. She just threw a bunch into the car today while I was getting takeout, and I'm like, I gave her $5 for it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you money for this. Like, what the fuck? She's like, I don't want any money. I'm like, it wards off spells and curses? Wow. I am going to keep this so safe. I mean, I make all my bracelets, like all these bracelets that I wear, I make them myself. All these dangly ones and shit. I actually think I do a pretty good job with this. They always like slink and look really pretty. Like they look like this. So I make these. And I love them. It has like expanded my jewelry eye a lot. And I can do bracelets like this very easily. I did not know that they had magical powers. I learn something new every freaking day. So thank you for that, Wolf Heart Games. Damn right. I take my healing very seriously. Wow. Cool. I could see them being in trade. See, we talked about trade in this video. Ancestors be coming in like motherfuckers, all right, trying to give you the wisdom. You don't need money for everything. You can barter, you can trade. I'm telling you, man, what I did with that masseur, like she ran a company. Like she's still fucking, I didn't pay. Like what the fuck, whatever, right? Barter system, trading. I tell you, that's like awesome shit to do. Because, I mean, we have so many good traits about us. We can do things, right? Like some people just cook really well. It's like, well, okay, if you can cook really well, but your buddy's struggling and he does this really well, then, I don't know, drop off some loaves of bread and he can, you know, work on his talent, right? It's like, I don't know where we got greedy and where people got greedy to think that like money is the root of all. And like, if you don't have it, you're fucking stupid, blah, blah, blah. Like this is where this shit comes around. Like she didn't want anything from it. Like same with these videos. Like I don't want anything from it. Sometimes I get donations and I'm like, wow, thank you. Right. Because people want to donate because I am doing this for free. Right? It's like what goes around comes around. Like my sister serves now. She used to be a dental hygienist back in the day, but now she didn't want to do that anymore. So I got her serving. Best decision of her. I just cut off. Best decision of her life. She stopped doing the dental stitch. She started serving, working half the amount of hours, making more money, and she wouldn't trade it for the world. She wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, not everything is, you know, just because you have a career, people take you seriously and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's not always so cut and dry like that. Like, people get mad talents out there and you need to do something with it. Because, like, if we didn't have people with talents, we wouldn't have art. We wouldn't have, like, we wouldn't have music. We wouldn't have posters. We wouldn't have paint. We wouldn't have color. It would suck. Well, there you go. Yeah, the fucking French, eh? They did a lot of shit. Half of it was probably awful murderous deeds, but the other half might have been okay. I mean, we're all here somehow, but our ancestors are dead. So that's why they are speaking now. What a great end-all message. 153.20. Wow. Well, this was magical as fuck. All right. I have a feeling it's because of the new people in the chat. We had a really hard time there for a while with like bad people in the chat, bad energy in the chat, bad energy in the vibe. Like, oh, just... And I really feel like that is changing. So thank you for all of the people in the chat right now and your energy. It's amazing. It feels great. Thank you. Yeah, if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Hit me up. If not, just continue down this free road of readings because it's amazing and it's how we get the message out to everybody. Share it if you want. Only take what resonates. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for more messages. All right. Peace out, everybody. Thanks again. Bye. Namaste. I give all the love back. All right. Goodbye. Take care.